CES 2022 kicked off with a bang, and major kudos to Gordon and Adam for holding down a massive 4.5 hour long live stream, and brought commentary to the big three PC keynotes: AMD, Nvidia, and Intel. But 4.5 hours is a lot to take in, so in this video I'm cutting straight to the chase with the major announcements from each of the keynotes. So strap in, because we're going to be putting this one into hyperdrive so I can get you up to speed on the top news. Let's start with Nvidia, and its keynote was focused heavily on games and the RTX features in them. Expect a major push for DLSS this year, one like we've never seen before. But Nvidia did announce some new and arguably exciting hardware releases coming along as well. If you're into laptop gaming, then you're going to be excited to hear that Nvidia has announced its upcoming RTX 3080 Ti and RTX 3070 Ti mobile GPUs. The RTX 3080 Ti is getting 16GB of the fastest ever GDDR6 memory, and Nvidia is claiming that it's faster than a desktop RTX Titan. While Nvidia didn't give us much on the RTX 3070 Ti gaming laptop GPU, the expected performance target is 1.7x over the last generation RTX 2070. Now, laptops aren't the only thing that got love at the Nvidia keynote. Desktop did get a bit as well, with both ends of this price spectrum being addressed. The RTX 3050 for desktop is finally coming, and it'll be packing 8GB of GDDR6 and 9 shader teraflops, and is coming in at a comfortable $249 MSRP, which will be launching on January 27th, which was about all the details we got on it. So more will follow soon, I'm sure. On the other end of the spectrum is the upcoming RTX 3090 Ti. Yes, an even higher end RTX GPU is inbound. The only details teased were 40 shader teraflops, 78 ray tracing teraflops, and 320 tensor teraflops. There will still be 24GB of GDDR6X memory on a 384-bit bus, but this time with an even faster 21 gigabits per second speed, making over 1 terabyte of maximum memory bandwidth. No launch date or price was given. Unfortunately, when it comes to street pricing for both cards, we'll definitely see how it shakes out, as supply is still constrained across the board. Next up is Intel, which hit us with a barrage of upcoming releases in the CPU space for both desktop and laptops, along with some more details around its upcoming Arc GPUs. Now, I'm going to go through each and every one of Intel's upcoming 12th generation Alder Lake CPUs in full detail. Just kidding. If you want to see what each of the CPUs has to offer, you'll find a link in the description which will take you straight to Mark Hawkman's full breakdown. But believe me, it's everything to fill out a full 12th gen lineup, so too much to go into here. Non-K SKUs along with lower end B660 motherboards are quite welcome to help round out Intel CPU offerings. One surprise was a new cooler design that might have you think twice about setting them aside. The new Intel Laminar coolers look quite nice, and according to very recent reviews, like that of Hardware Unboxed, they prove to be quite the value add. Between lower end parts, B660, and these new coolers, it's turning out to be a good thing for the cost conscious who are looking to hop on the Intel 12th gen family of desktop processors. Now, mobile is also getting the 12th gen love with its Intel Core H, Core P, and Core U line of mobile processors. Intel is claiming that the Intel Core H lineup will make for the best mobile gaming platform, and with dozens of new laptops shipping out soon with 12th gen inside, we'll find out what that means in reviews later, since we didn't get any glimpse of those numbers from Intel themselves. But what you really wanted to hear from Intel was an update on Intel Arc. Like, when can we expect graphics cards to hit store shelves, and how much are they going to cost? Well, we didn't get either one of those answered clearly. What we were told was that they were shipping first quarter of this year and expect those to only be in OEMs at first. We'll have to continue to wait, or as Gordon puts it in the streams, #wait for Arc. Fingers crossed for some more info very soon. To sum it all up, there seems to be tons of laptop and desktop wins for the CPU space, and we got no clear details on the graphics cards. Now, what about AMD? Well, they've been busy little bees, and that's why I've saved them for last. From mobile processors to desktop evolutions, AMD is updating everything. Laptops are getting a 6nm upgrade with the Ryzen 6000 series, but the node change isn't all. The Ryzen 6000 series mobile chips will feature up to 8 Zen 3 Plus cores that should be capable of hitting 5 GHz, and on mobile no less. Further specs include PCIe Gen 4, DDR5 and LPDDR5 support, USB 4, and finally, RDNA 2 graphics are finally in an APU. Now we expect to see these chips working their way into a very large number of laptops soon, everything ranging from ultra-sleek portables to gaming behemoths. AMD also announced the Radeon S models, a more power-efficient revision of RDNA 2 featured in the RX 6800S, RX 6700S, and RX 6600S. These chips will use the existing RX 6000 series packaging, but with aggressive power gating and targeting. The RX 6000M series, however, is where things get cranked to 11, with the new RX 6850M XT featuring up to 7% faster core and 14% faster memory over the RX 6800M. There will also be an RX 6650M and RX 6650M XT joining the family, but they will be targeting a 35-watt range for entry-level mobile gaming. Desktop users will be given the opportunity to wage war on each other for the chance to pick up Radeon's latest GPU release, the RX 6500 XT. This will be the latest and least expensive addition to the RDNA 2 family of cards, and it will be coming in at a much more attractive $199 price tag and targeting 1080p high gaming. It will also be using the new 6nm process node, so that's quite interesting. While AMD showed the GPU to be quite potent over the older RX 570 and GTX 1650 class of GPUs, they did a good job keeping quiet about the 4 GB of frame buffer. And while there's already been a large group groaning about the small pool of memory, this is targeting 1080p high, and there's not an Ethereum miner in the world who would be interested in this part. 4 GB of VRAM with a 64-bit bus just isn't good for mining, so this could wind up being a great move for gamers. Now, on to desktop CPUs. We're finally going to be treated to AMD's Ryzen with Vcache. To prove one of my 2022 predictions wrong within the first week, the Vcache chip we'll be getting treated to will be one of the 8-core variety and will be called the Ryzen 7 5800X3D. Overall specs didn't change much over the Ryzen 7 5800X except for two key areas, clock speed and cache. The memory is boosted by a massive 64 megabytes, resulting in a total of 96 megabytes of L3 cache for the 5800X3D over the 5800X's 32. There is a reduction of core clock by 200 MHz, but that doesn't seem to be a negative move, as AMD claims the chip can run with Intel's best gaming chip, the Core i9-12900K. To top it off, the curtains were pulled back slightly for Zen 4 and the new AM5 platform, as it's expected to launch within the second half of this year. AM5 will be a departure from the PGA sockets, switching to an LGA design, and this means that the pins will no longer be on the CPU itself, but on the board, akin to how Intel has been doing things for over a decade. Along with AM5, we'll be getting to see a lot of other 5s as well, like DDR5 and PCIe Gen 5. As a show of good faith, Dr. Lisa Su showed off Halo Infinite running on an early engineering sample of the Ryzen 7000. While we didn't get any sort of frame counter and the image quality was diminished thanks to streaming video compression, it does show that it have it all up and running. AMD isn't letting off the gas for 2022. And with that, the highlights have been lit, and if you want to dig deeper into any of these announcements, feel free to hit up the plethora of links to PCWorld.com down in the description below so that you can digest them at your own pace. And if you found this condensed version of 4.5 hours of content helpful or informative, please let me know by hitting that like button. And as always, be sure you're subscribed here at PC World for even more CES 2022 and PC hardware and software goodness.